17 changes going from the old to the new. Let's see if I can do this in under a minute. Fact checker timer.
Go.
Showas, 45 millimeter, fully adjustable, 200 mils of travel. Non-adjustable, Marzocchi's 170. Brembo M50s, 4-piston, of course, radial mount on a 320. Nissan 2-piston axial mount on a 310 disc. TFT, looks like the Trident. 16 liter, 15 liter, 840, 820. Uhlins, fully adjustable, of course, 200 mils of travel. Marzocchi's preload only, 170. Brembo 2-piston. Nissan single piston, 1530, 1525 wheelbase. Yes! Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day because any day one could be out. On two wheels is a beautiful day, and yeah, it's the Triumph Scrambler 1200. The X version. Say, what do you mean X? Well, they dropped the C instead of XC like it was last year and all the previous years. They dropped the C off and now it's just the X. So they have an X and an XE variant, which is the more off-road with the longer suspension travel. This one's the more road-focused variant of the two. Now, having a little fun there with the intro. 17 changes. Why did they do this is the first question. And the second question is, did it change the performance of this bike for good or for bad? I want to answer those two questions in this video. That's why I'm doing this bike. Now, first question, why? Well, customer feedback was to Triumph that, yeah, we like the bike, it's a great bike, but it's kind of expensive. So Triumph went in and said, boom, those 17 parts that I talked about, now here in the US, in Germany, US it's about 1,200 less, Germany $1,000, and you guys in England about 800 less for all those parts. Now, was it worth it? I'll let you guys know at the end of the video. All right, now, what are those parts? Let's take a look in greater detail. Take a look at this chart here. Now, if you look on the underneath, the 2023 in black, the XC, they're all in black. Those are what it was last year. And then the red are all the changes. Look at that, 17 of them. Yeah, from the suspension to the brakes to the even the TFT. And then because we changed the suspension, we changed the seat height. Which then also changed the wheelbase, and also going from 16 liters to 15 liters, changed the weight, and also they improved upon the fuel economy. And could I notice that today with the powertrain? Yeah, that was feeling good. I'm liking this motor even more, even with these changes. I think they're preparing it for the Euro 5 Plus is what I think they're doing. Doesn't have to go into effect till next year. I think it is 25. So they're just preparing for it now, which makes sense. Also, you see there the XE model, the 23 in black, and now the 24. What's changed? Not as many changes to that because they wanted to stay a little premium, have one premium model and one a little less, and one off-road and one more on-road version. So those are the changes to this bike. How does this powertrain feel on the street? Let's just roll on nicely here. Let's see how this, loving that. Oh, this is so easy. So look at that, I'm in 6th gear already. And there's no quick shifter. Loving this thing. Nice, beautiful shifts. Spotless transmission. I have not found a hiccup in this transmission yet. And this torque is so far down low. Oh, yeah. Oh, loving this power delivery. Oh, yeah. This is nice. Let's drop our gear, drop our 2 for this corner.
And people are always, there's a pull-off up here. They're always pulling out and dilly-dallying in the middle of the street. Although now it's still winter, so that I can see through the woods. See that there's no cars pulling out. But yeah, I'm loving the pull of this motor. I like this motor in the T120. I like it in the Bonneville. I like it in the Speed Twin. I like it in the cruiser style. What is it called? Speed Max or something like that? I forget. I'll put it up there. But overall, this powertrain is gorgeous. Yeah, they can't go wrong with this motor. All they could do to mess this up is stick the wrong transmission on it, and they have not. So, piece of cake. Oh yeah, lovely. 2 thumbs way up for this engine and transmission. Boom, boom.
Non-adjustable, yeah, we saw that in the intro. And instead of 200, only 170 mils of travel. And you can see the Marzocchi finishing there. And axial mount, so this must have really saved a buck going from M50s to this. Yeah, those are 4-piston radial mounts, and also the 5th gen. These are 2-piston Nissans. If you look through there, you can see that there's no pots on the other side here. So that is a serious cost save, although still 21-inch. The Karoos are not bad off-road. I kind of like them, but these are Karoo Street right there. Not bad, although where they didn't skimp. Yeah, I don't get this. Why did they still stick with a master cylinder there? Brembo, it's not over there. Well, it's a cable. Now everything else is pretty much the same, still looks good, except, yeah, Marzocchi's here and here. Well, here, if we step back, you can see them both on both sides, on this side and that side. And just for preload on there, and again, 170. And then here, yeah, this one again, 1 piston. Although I really liked the feel of this Nissan brake. Nothing but kudos from me. All right, guys, how is this new suspension and brake combination feel on the street?
These Marzocchis are abusing me on this abusive road. I would like to, on a road this bad, I would loosen up the compression and rebound a little bit, and maybe loosen up the preload too. Same on the rear, although I can do that on the rear, but the front brake is lacking heavily. You got to really grab a handful of front brake to bring this thing down to a stop. But the rear, oh, that's just the opposite. But the rear brake, here, let's try the rear brake. Oh, nice. Oh, there, I'm locking it up. Oh, yeah. I can tell right away. I get the instant feedback on my foot. That's nice. I'm liking that rear brake. Front brake, 1 thumb. Rear brake, 2 thumbs. And overall, this chassis is, it's acceptable, but then for this price, oh boy, not so much. 1 thumb for these new non-adjustable Marzocchis. That would get old for me really quick, guys.
Coming to the back, not much has changed. A little bit, a little more ergonomic here, more recessed into, more streamlined. And you notice the turn signals are also smaller than than last year's. I am liking the dual shocks on here. That is nice. 820 now instead of 840 off the ground. Now if you get the XE, then it's 870 because of the 250 mils of travel with the suspension. This also shrunk this year from 16 to 15 liters, which that's a little bit of a weight save. Also, the non-adjustable forks is a little bit of a weight save, and also going from the M50s to, which are 4-piston, to these 2-piston Nissans, it's also a weight savings of 2 kilos. All right, how does this feel in a little town or village?
On these city streets like this thing is a dream. even though at 228 kilos with this weight, it's got some heft. But the last time I rode a 1200 Scrambler, it was the 250 millimeters of travel, and the seat height was 870 mils. This is only 820 off the ground. But I am noticing this turn in and everything. Oh, the purr. Oh, loving the purr of that motor. That is, Triumph is nailing. That's one thing they nailed with this 1200 parallel twin and the 900. That sound to where you don't have, yes, you do have some engine noise, but you don't hear it. You hear the exhaust note. That is excellent. And in town here, the flickability, I never thought I would say a 1200 bike of this nature, of this magnitude, is flickable. This is more flickable than the R9T. Easily, no problem. What about the Ducati Scrambler? No. The 1100, it's on par with that. Oh, sorry. Oh, I can't go straight. That guy up there is, though. I need to get gas. Oh, yeah. Okay, this has the gas cap that comes all the way off. Then you got to do this. Yeah. Duh. Going uphill here, let's try the on-off. Oh, this is gorgeous. I cannot find a problem with this on-off throttle at all. Now let's go all the way down to first. Okay, there. Okay, always, yeah, I'm doing 25, 30, 18, 19 in first. 18, 19 miles an hour in first. Of course, I'm going to find something. But let's go back up in a second. That was a quick shift, by the way. Well, this doesn't have a quick shifter. That was a clutchless upshift, and you saw how easy that is. On all these Triumphs, I've noticed that you don't really need a quick shifter on almost any Triumph. Quick shifter is a luxury item because you don't need to. See, even to go back into first. Now there's a car behind me. I won't screw around. But in a little village like this, man, this thing is rock solid. You can go in and out. I am noticing, though, oh, I'm speeding. Come on, 30. I am noticing, though, that my knees are a little more bent than on the XE model. Of course, that's because it's a higher seat, 870. This is only 820. And I am noticing that. So if you're shorter, man, this is the perfect bike. And I think you can do a 20 millimeter lowering suspension on this too, no problem. So this will get it down to around 800, I think. The mirrors work well. Vibration, nothing. Wow, I'm what 2300 RPMs. I'm not going to get much at this. But as far as now also this has 834 millimeters across the distance, and then the XE is 900, so you're getting a little bit wider bars on the XE variant, so that might be a little easier to ride in the city, although you can just buy it as an option on the X variant. And then you'll even have better turn in, and yeah, although I am liking this riding position, and in town this thing's getting 2 thumbs up. There's standard controls, except they changed to the 1-button control here and flipping here instead of the other one where they used to have it here. It's to me that would be a cost save, really, to be quite honest with you, but then it's also more efficient, more like a BMW. Standard controls here, and take a look at this LCD TFT. Looks like a Trident, right? And the 660 Tiger Sport, same one, same exact thing. Now on the XE variant, you get the other TFT that came with it last year. Mirrors work well also. Overall,
Here's where I'm careful, guys, because you guys know me. I'm brutally honest, and I choose my words carefully. Nobody pays me for this. Triumph isn't paying me for this. The dealerships don't pay me for this. I do this out of the fun. That's why I do this. Now, with that said, with the parts, the cheaper parts, here in Germany, I'm saving $1,000, but to me, to go from N50s, which are 4-piston radial mounts, and the best, to these Nissan 2-piston axial mounts, right there, you're gonna save a few hundred. Then going from fully adjustable Showas to Marzocchi's non-adjustable, there's another couple hundred. Same thing with Ulins. They're the most expensive to Marzocchi's on the rear here, and only for preload. Yeah, you see me, I'm struggling with that grand, guys. It should have been a little more, in my humble opinion. Is this still a good bike? Yes. The only thing that is really noticeably different is this front brake. It takes more effort. Well, yeah, it's a 2-piston and it's axial mount instead of radial mount, 4-piston. So that's really the only thing I can tell, although the non-adjustable suspension would irritate me. Especially on a Scrambler, for when I take it down the fire roads and something, I want to back off everything a little bit and make it more bouncy. Then when I go back to on-road, tighten things back up a little bit. And you can't with this. That's my only criticism, is the front brake and the non-adjustable front forks. If that does not bother you, get it. Beautiful bike, love it. But if it does bother you, then go with the XE model. Then you still have all that adjustability and a good front brake still. All right, guys, overall, would I recommend buy this bike? Yeah, with those exceptions. If you understand those exceptions, great bike. As always, guys, ride safe and ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care, guys. Cheers.
Ah, where does this go? Let's go explore. Hey, I'm on a Scrambler. Never been back here before. I have no idea where this goes. Ah, this looks like a beautiful place to shoot, actually, huh?